We'll take a few more minutes if you like. Knock yourself out. Actually, do that. Knock yourself right out. We'll take a few more minutes if you like. Knock yourself out. Actually, do that. Knock yourself right out.
Hello, my name is Jay. This would be my breakdown. So, as you've seen in the previous two loops of the thing that I'm doing, my reference clip. That's what I meant to say. I did break it down into a little bit more so that it's kind of more easier to see in a sense, or easier to kind of like visualize what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna switch this over. Hopefully this works. To yeah, my breakdown over here. This is Clip Studio Paint, something I personally use a lot. So hopefully this is big enough. I could actually make this just a little bit bigger if I wanted to. So as you can see, there's hold on, let me just make it slightly bigger. There you go. So I broke down some frames of it all from like the red outline is the keys, the green outlines is the context, the dark blue is for the extremes, and the light blue is for the middle. So I ended up doing here. I'll go it over with the live footage underneath. So the first one is like the context, because like the first and last poses were like the context, and I put a contact actually in the middle of here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Right over here, which is like where the character will not slam down the paper, but like kind of to file it or like level it out. So let's pick through this one by one. So first we have the contact, then the little passing pose of like the character like moving up. And I labeled this as an extreme because this is like the flick down of the paper. So it's like, wah, you know? So then this is passing. I labeled like these as keys, or actually I guess just these two, mainly because like the head tilt and kind of just like the swing of the head. I'll see if I can scrub through this, like a little 1 2, and then she zooms in, or the character will zoom in with the I'm stumbling over my words. So it's like a passing, a key with that second head like kind of hitting that note. I labeled this as like these two as passing because it's like in between the two keys. This is the contact that I was mentioning earlier, where it's like the paper makes contact with the desk. Like that's kind of like the only part that I personally see as like making contact with anything, like hard contact, you know? So I labeled this as a like a key pose because it's kind of storytelling, because they make eye contact with the character, I assuming is off screen. So it's like that part, and this is like another passing. I put this as an extreme because if I scrub through, the character hops up a little bit, so it's like a little. I could have done like a key here, the extreme, and then another key when it settles a little bit, but that's just what I have for now. This is a key because it's kind of just like the settle. This is a passing, so it's like in between these two. So this key is like more like condensed in the hand, if that makes sense. I should be motioning with my cursor. My apologies. Then the passing, like kind of a more telling pose of like the wind up. And I've labeled these two as extremes because it's like the peak and the low of the breakdown, and then this is the last contact and the last pose. So yeah. Sorry for the pause, I had to cough for a little bit. So I must transition to this one. This is I labeled this additional clips because it took 60 or just around 60 takes for me to find like pretty much my very last one ended up being the one I liked the most. But I scrubbed through at least like a majority of them, or during the recording process I labeled which parts I liked and kind of compiled them all together at the end. So this is where I just need opinions, honestly. Like, it's nothing really like too big. So I'm gonna play, this is the one that I just showed you the breakdown of. And then this is a breakdown of the additional clips that I like of parts and I'll kind of go through them. And this is like a direct comparison in between the two. So I'll just play this right now. If it'll play.
We'll take a few more minutes if you like. Knock yourself out. Actually, do that. Knock yourself right out. We'll take a few more minutes if you like. Knock yourself out. Actually, do that. Knock yourself right out. We'll take a few more minutes if you like. Knock yourself out. Actually, do that. Knock yourself right out.
I actually press pause. So pretty much, the breakdown of the two parts that I like. So the top is the original footage that I just broke down earlier, and the bottom is kind of like an amalgamation of different clips that I like. So like I like the beginning part of the original footage, and this part I believe it's when they make eye contact with the character. This is much more better readable, not readable, but like the eyes are more readable than this little blurb over here. I also like the head motion of like the head reaching out and then the body reaching out versus the top where it's like a quick like 1-2, if that makes any sense. So it's like the little bounce of the head lead in the character. This is the same part, and I believe I liked the finger wag because this is actually my first pass that got rejected. So yeah, this is like the finger pointing. I'll play it like just a little bit.
Do that. Knock yourself right.
I love that little finger wag, and I think I want to add it in, but again, that's like extra clips. So then the only reason I like the last part is because in my original footage you could see my character kind of slide in the chair. Here, I'll actually mute this and kind of let it play. Like if you could see, my character was sliding like shoo all the way at the beginning, instead of in comparison to the bottom where it's kind of like a bouncing stop-ish before the settle. So it's like it just reads better in my opinion than having to continuously slide over there. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize for it being so long, but thank you so much for watching. Also, I apologize for one last thing. For my breakdown, I never did like a beginning or a whole part of just the
We'll take a few more minutes if you like. Knock yourself out. Actually, do that. Knock yourself right out. We'll take a few more minutes if you like.
So
Knock
yeah.
yourself out. Actually, do that. Knock yourself right out.
So yeah, that is everything again. Sorry.